y'all, welcome to the Draper Bunch Adventures. My name is Carol and I'm so glad that you're here today. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please click subscribe down below and hit the like button and let us know you're here. That really helps us out when we know how many people are here and enjoy our videos. So let's get started. So today I want to talk to you about what curriculum we have chosen for next school year for our children. We are officially done for the school year this year and we are taking a little bit of a break, and we will probably resume school again in August, probably mid to late August. We have 2 cruises coming up during the school year this next year, one in October and one in January, so we'll probably start a little earlier than we normally would just to make up for the difference in school days. So I wanted to come to you today and just give you a quick kind of flyby. Here are all the things we've chosen for the different subjects for all 3 children, and as those materials come in, I will do unboxings and share more details about each one. But for today, I just kind of wanted to say these are the choices that we've made for next year. So let's get started. So my son will be 10th grade officially next year, and here are the curriculum choices that we have made for him. For geometry, he will be continuing in teaching textbooks. If you watched our earlier video about what he's done this year, you know we're big fans of teaching textbooks math. So he'll be, he did Algebra 1 this year. I gave him the choice of whether he wanted to go on to Algebra 2 or do geometry in between, and he chose to do geometry. So next year he'll be doing geometry and teaching textbooks. For chemistry next year, he'll be using Apologia Science. Again, if you watch my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of Apologia and the way that it's laid out. So he'll be using that for chemistry. For history and literature, we'll be using Knotgrass, Exploring America. So he'll be doing American history again next year, and he's looking very forward to that. He loves history. So great literature that comes with Knotgrass. If you haven't checked that out, please check it out. And again, I will do an unboxing as we order these things and get them in. For grammar for him, we're going to use Fix It Grammar, which is through IEW. We're doing a little bit of work with that this summer just because that's kind of one of the areas that we have not done as well in, and so we're trying to just build him up a little bit in that area. So we're going to do a little bit with that this summer, but not too much. And then he'll be continuing with that next school year, and then he's going to do Spanish this next year, and what we've decided to do is a combination of Easy Peasy, all-in-one homeschool.com. They have a Spanish program on there, so he'll be working through their Spanish program, and at the same time he'll be using the Duolingo app for learning Spanish. If you have not checked out that app and you have a child that needs a foreign language credit, or you are looking to teach your children a foreign language at any age, Duolingo is great. So I strongly encourage you to check that out. Then for his electives next year, he'll be continuing Irish dancing. If you didn't know that he did that, he does. He'll be continuing in Irish dancing, and he'll also be continuing with saxophone lessons as well. He has a few other things he's interested in, but we haven't nailed any of that down yet. So those are definitely 2 electives that he will be doing next year. The last subject is writing. I've been very conflicted on this one with him. It is his weakest subject. I thought I was going to use IEW next year, but now I'm just unsure. I told you from the beginning that I was going to be transparent and honest with you about homeschooling and the journey, because it's not always picture perfect, and it's not always easy to make these decisions, especially when you can't get your hands on something. I do have my hands on IEW. We've tried it with him before. It's not really his favorite. He still kind of struggles with it a little bit. So now I'm asking you, if you have a suggestion for teaching writing to a high school student to help them get very proficient in writing, that may be their weaker area or the area that they struggle with. If you have a suggestion other than IEW, please leave it in the comments below. I'm just not sure it's going to work for him. It's a great program. I absolutely recommend it for most kids, but I'm just not sure that it's going to work for him. Maybe we'll do it, maybe we won't. We're undecided right now. If you have any other suggestions of things we should look at, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks, guys. So for our 4th grader, Ella, she's a rising 4th grader. So this next year she'll be doing 4th grade work mostly. We are continuing teaching textbooks math with her. She'll be on level 5 this year. As I said in my last video, she kind of works pretty quickly through the math. She's pretty advanced in that way. For her language arts, she'll be using IEW for writing, Fix It Grammar for grammar. She'll be using Abeka for spelling, and then the next subject is history, which she will also be doing her literature portion with the history. So for language arts, we're using IEW writing, Fix-It grammar for grammar, and then we'll just use the Abeka spelling list that they give for her grade level. We just like that. She loves it. I don't think they necessarily have, in my opinion, the best method for teaching spelling, but she's the kind of kid that just loves that sort of stuff, and she likes the busy work, is what I would call it, that goes along with it. So I just let her do it. She enjoys it. So that's what she's doing. So for history and literature, if you watched any of my other curriculum videos for my kiddos, you saw that my girls, my rising 2nd grader and my rising 4th grader, started the Knotgrass Our Star Spangled History this year. I think that's the exact name of it. I don't have it here in front of me. I think so. Our Star Spangled Story. That's it. Okay, so they started that this year. It was something new that Knotgrass came out with for earlier elementary kids. We did not finish that program, so we are going to just take our time and go through it. It's a great history program. We sort of struggled with it a little bit because my older daughter did okay with it. My younger one was a little immature for it, I think, and she just didn't really understand what was going on. So we're going to give it another go this next year and kind of buckle down and do a lot of the projects and stuff that are involved with it, a lot of the hands-on activities that I didn't do this past year. I'm just being honest here, people, because sometimes I just don't like having the crafty mess, but that's okay. I think I'm enlisting help this next year, so I think I'm going to be okay. I'll let you know about that as it develops. But anyway, so we're gonna repeat and start it from fresh from the beginning and go through that again. It bears repeating. It's just like taking American history over again, so it's really not that big of a deal. We'll do the literature component with that, probably as a read aloud, because most of those are chapter books, and my 2nd grader is not there yet to that level of reading, so we'll probably just do it as read alouds. And then for science, I toyed with this one a lot, but I think we're going to stick to doing the Magic School Bus Young Explorers kits that I showed in the 3rd grade curriculum video. We're going to do that. We're going to do brain pop videos, maybe some YouTube videos about topics as they come up of interest. And then we'll be doing some read aloud books. I have lots of books and they're all grouped by subjects. So and topics. So I think that we'll probably, between those things and just kind of letting them pursue their interest and research some of their interests in different ways. Like I said, Dad has a science background, so he's often able to help them kind of answer some of their questions and help them know where to look to get accurate information in the science area. And then a lot of times they kind of like to tag along with what Max is doing, especially when he's doing experiments and things like that. So they get kind of a big sort of picture there. So that's what actually both girls will be doing, the same history, literature, and science. Now, Emma is our youngest, and she's the one that is in the earlier elementary ages. I called her this last year K1. I'm calling next year 1-2. I don't really believe in blocking in the grade levels, but people just like to know. It gives them a sense of what you're talking about. So she is a beginning reader. She is reading long vowel and short vowel words, and she's really gotten to the point where she can read sentences and read short books and things like that. So that's kind of where she is with that. And we're using Abeka for her language arts and math. I do like to use that for the first few years. I feel like it gives them a really, really good foundation and a jumping off point. I've said this before, but I'll say it again in case you didn't see it in my other videos. A lot of people don't like Abeka because they say it has a lot of busy work, but we do the completely teacher-led. We don't do the videos. We don't do the academy where we're reporting back to them. So I'm in control of my kids' education here, and I'm in control of picking and choosing the activities that I think they're going to benefit from academically. If there's a worksheet for them to do and I don't feel like that it contributes to their learning, then we just don't do it. We don't do 45 handwriting sheets. We do a little bit of handwriting every day and we move on. So you can pick and choose which things you want to do and feel are valuable to learning and which ones you do not do. So we are going to use Abeka. We'll be doing the Abeka first grade for the language arts and math. She's already over halfway through the Abeka math for first grade, so she'll probably end up moving into the 2nd grade. I feel like their grade levels are a little off. Their kindergarten curriculum progresses pretty quickly in the language arts area, and I feel like it's really more of a K1 curriculum. I said that before, and I taught first grade for a very long time, so I'm very aware of what skills they should really learn in first grade, and I think that it's really more, K-5 curriculum is more an overlap of kindergarten, first grade, and their first grade curriculum is more an overlap of first grade, second grade. And that is my opinion. You can take it for what it's worth. I think their curriculum is a little advanced for the way that they're labeled. I think that they would be more properly labeled K1 and 1-2, depending on where your child is and what they need. So that's just my experience, and that's just what I think. So those are the things we're going to use. I don't want this to be a super long video. I just wanted to kind of give you an update of what we're going to be doing for next year. Again, if you have a suggestion for high school writing that you feel like is pretty simple to use and that a child who might be struggling in that area could benefit from, please leave it down below. We're really trying to just hone in those writing skills. He has great ideas. He's great with his words. He has a very strong vocabulary, but sometimes just getting it on paper in a logical sense is a little bit difficult. So we really want to nail that down. We really want to get better at it. So if you have a suggestion other than IEW, please leave it in the comments below. I would thank you guys so much for contributing. We would love to hear from you. If you have a favorite curriculum, tell us what it is in the comments down below. A couple of things. We're getting ready to go out of town. At the time of filming, in 3 days we're going out of town, and we'll be out of town for a week. So we may be not have a vlog next week just because of us being out of town. The second thing is I have a video coming up talking about the photo package on the Disney cruise and whether or not it's worth it. A lot of mixed reviews on that, so I'll give you my opinion, whether you want to hear it or not. No, seriously, I'll just give you my opinion on what our thoughts were from our experiences, and just kind of give you some tips about the buying the photo package. So stay tuned. We have dissection videos coming up when we get back from our trip. My husband will be doing some of those dissections with Max. We'll be recording those and sharing them with you. We will be unboxing curriculum this summer, and a couple of just fun Disney cruise videos coming out. So thank you so much for watching. If you have not watched the creator update subscription giveaway video, sorry, that was a mouthful. Please go and watch that. We would love for you to enter to win our giveaway. Thank you again for supporting us. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you were here and you watched the whole thing, give me a big like and let me know you were here. We will see y'all real soon.